So this is what we got. Hello everybody, this is Charles Fry with Spring Pods and Isotails. This here is my office at the moment. Still a lot of moving around to be done, but this is it, and it is happening. The fishies are breeding, the shrimps are breeding, the snails are breeding. Everything is fertile. I thought I'd get a quick little video of this. I thought it was really neat. Basically, I dropped in an algae wafer. It has spirulina in it, so I figured it'd be really good for my shrimp. And my snails love everything, so I tossed that in there. I threw in half a wafer, and you can see everybody just kind of conglomerating around it. You can't really see the wafer, but you can see the action around the wafer. Everybody wants a piece of that wafer. I guess what I should probably do is start breaking it into smaller pieces so they can each kind of run off with a little piece in each little corner. But really neat. You can see different generations of shrimp running around in there, different generations of snails. The shrimp, they keep their eggs in their under their bellies basically until they hatch. So they're not live bearers, they're not live born, but almost, kinda, something like that. The snails that you're looking at are Malaysian trumpet snails, most of them. You got some little ones like these guys right over here. I'm not sure what those are. They're some type of pond snail. They don't get very big, not much bigger than a 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch. The Malaysian trumpet snails, the ones that look a little bit more like a trumpet, the ones centered right there, that's a live bearer. That'll go ahead and make a live baby, I think one at a time. I'm not sure how often they reproduce, but I know these little guys, from what I see, they reproduce like crazy. And they end up all over the glass. Everywhere, and they seem to like the air up top. I don't know why they like climbing up here. I got a little bit of a waterfall, and right now I don't have an air stone in here. I have an air stone, but it's not hooked up. So oxygen is delivered through the pump. The water comes down, splashy, oxygen happens. So everything seems pretty happy in here. Everybody seems pretty lively. Everybody's moving around, growing. My Ember Tetras are still as scared as they ever were. I've got 2 little Guppies in there. I've got 8 Ember Tetras. I started off with 10 red cherry shrimp and I think 4 Malaysian trumpet snails. Put a couple plants in there. Got a whole bunch of other snails that hitched along with them, which I really like these snails. They keep my tank clean. The Malaysian trumpet snails, they'll get under the substrate. They actually burrow. And if you notice, I got dirty substrate, then I got clean substrate, then I got a little lower. It pretty much all kind of stays dirty. You don't get any clean down there. But what I'm hoping is, as everything multiplies, the trumpet snails will be multiplying more and more, making more and more little trumpets to clean everything out. The shrimp seem to be cleaning the rocks themselves. They'll pick up a rock, eat it for a second, put it back down. So I think the whole thing mixing up the way it's doing is gonna probably make this right here look more like this back over here. So I think that's a bit more ideal. But I don't actually want to get in there myself and start stirring everything up because reasons. So, but that's what it is right now. So that there's another update just wanted to give you. I think right now I'm probably about 3 months, 4 months into this tank right now. As far as when I first set it up, started a step getting water in this carboy container and establishing it with plants and fish. So everybody seems to be doing pretty good. This tank here has probably been up less than a month, actually closer to about 3 weeks, 2 weeks. So still getting all the plants situated. Some of these are going to float forever. Some of them are going to get put down into the rocks. Some of them are going to come out of the tank entirely. And then aside from that, we got the snake right over here on this side. So he's just kind of king of his castle, digging it. Here's his water bowl. He has pet fish. Doesn't seem to bother him at all. He goes in there pretty much whenever he wants. His main focus is escape. I swear, this guy, he acts like this place is Alcatraz, and all he ever wants to do any chance he comes towards the water, towards anything, is looking for his route out. He is ready to go. I don't know where he's going, but he's got his bags packed. So as far as that goes though, let's see what the parameters have been like lately in the office. Temperature right now is 82 degrees of humidity of 99. I don't think he's gonna tell me that it's too humid in here for him, but I don't actually think it's 99% humidity in there either. I think it's right up against the plant, the gauge. So our minimum temperature, our maximum temperature has been 84 degrees, max 99% humidity. Drops down to 0% humidity, which again it ain't right. But minimum temperature has been 80 degrees. Last time I cleared this was, say, about 3 days ago. And I make sure to go through a monitor to see what kind of fluctuations I have inside my office, see what the variance is for my snake, make sure everything is nice and happy. Because not only is the snake going to be affected by the temperature in here, but you've got the fish being affected by the temperature too. So you just got to try to stay on top of these things. Somebody recommended I pick up a humidity gauge or a humidity tester for my soil. I want to pick one of those up. They said it was like $5 on eBay or Amazon, something like that. If anybody knows what that is, send me a link in the description. That'd be great. If not, then I'm going to find it myself. But, alright everybody, this here is Charles Fry with Spring Pods and Isotails. I wanted to just give you all an update and show you where everything's at. Hoping that you're kind of liking the setup that I've got here. As far as the carboy, that round container that I got with my fish in it. That's a 7-gallon container. By the way, it might look a little smaller than that, but it does hold 7 gallons of water and substrate and plants and everything else. So I'd say I think I do have at least 5 gallons in there. This here is looking more like 8 gallons. And the other tank that I have, the newer one, that one's a 24-gallon tank. So I think everything for the most part is pretty happy. The Ember Tetras, they seem pretty skittish. They like hiding behind most things. I kind of do want to pull them out, put them into the bigger tank, 24-gallon. But right now they do seem pretty happy in there. I'm not sure how that would affect breeding in the Guppy tank, the 24-gallon. So I'm probably going to find out pretty soon. I do want to get the Ember Tetras breeding in. I haven't had them breeding inside that tank yet that I know of. So, but we'll see how that goes. And as far as the tank that we're looking at here, anybody that doesn't know, I've got other videos on my channel talking about what type of setup this is. This is all dirt. Dirt mixed with sand and a couple other things. It's got sticks and a bunch of dried up leaves, sphagnum moss mixed in throughout. What that does, it creates a bioactive environment, an environment that's going to sustain bacterial life as well as life that'll clean up the bacteria. They'll clean up the the poop, everything else that happens inside this tank. So right now I'm still doing spot cleaning. I don't have a strong enough cleanup crew to where I can just walk away and come back and see something half eaten before I first notice it. So when I notice stuff, I still pull it out. Sometimes I'll take the the poop and I'll put it under plants because these are live plants, and that seems to help out with some fertilization. Whether it breaks itself down or I've got springtails in here that are breaking things down too, as well as isopods. So the combination between the natural breakdown, whatever bacteria I've got in there, it did come with a bio shot is what it's called. The kit came from the bio dude in Texas. So one of the things he includes is a bio shot, which is supposed to be full of beneficial bacteria. You've got different kinds of bacteria that will develop in this type of substrate. If I'm not mistaken, the way I understand it is he sets you up with the best bacteria cultures that are going to go ahead and do a good job for you. They're not going to make a mess per se. So they'll keep the mess from developing, I guess, would be one way to say it. But if you check him out, the bio dude, he'll probably tell you that a whole lot better than I could, in slightly different verbiage. But all in all, I think that's about all I've got to say. I feel like I'm just rambling now, trying to throw out random information that was not planned on. This is not scripted. Believe it or not, this was all done verbatim. This was all ad-libbed. That's right. I do not work off a script, people. I do not work off a script. So, alrighty, everybody. Just wanted to give you all an update. This is me out of here, Charles Fry, Spring Pods, Isotails, over and out.